Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we discuss everything relationship and love, and I'm your host, Franca. Tonight on the show, I have Precious and Chinti Okoli. Chinti, how are you doing? Hello, Chinti, can you hear me?
Yes, okay. Hi Franca, I'm doing good, right? Today was one of those days where I stayed home, and at a point, I was like feeling so guilty, like, why are you staying home when you can go out and hustle for this money you get? Like, why are you not in the office today? But at the end of the day, I had to tell myself, see, I think self-care is really, really is important. You hustle every other single day. And why is it today that you're actually resting that it feels like, that you're not doing enough, right? And, so I think towards the ending of the day, I had a session with a client that just reaffirmed, and she was like, you helped me through so much, and then I'm grateful. And that just made me understand that I'm actually doing well, and I also deserve to rest. I'm doing well, and going out there to hustle doesn't mean that you're actually doing well. You can be going out there and you can be hustling, but there is no, do you
No
understand?
impact.
But
No impact.
exactly, but this just reaffirmed to me that some days are like this. You need to take rest, you need to breathe, but it doesn't mean that you are not doing well. Do you get? So yeah.
But the weather was very good to stay at home. Chinti, the weather was good for two. Weather for two.
Yeah, so it was so it was weather for two, but for me it was weather for tea, right?
Whether for tea.
Yeah, it was weather for tea for me, because I'm not yet two, I'm just one. So yeah.
Okay. If a whole pillow.
Yeah, I held it very, very tight, like held it.
Hmm.
I know you now. Precious, how now?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You don't wait. Once you don't wear
It
this,
rained a bit here in Port Harcourt today.
once you don't wear this your wig, I know you're not on my level.
I know I'm here for business today.
Yes, I know you're here for business. You're not here to smile and joke with me at all. Fine girl, no nonsense. How Port
No
Harcourt? How the rain?
nonsense today.
How the rain for
As
Port
in today,
Harcourt?
it was raining. So it was in between rain and drizzle, but it was a good day.
Okay, not bad. So today we're discussing should partners like have this discussion openly? Should they discuss their sexual life openly? Should they be open about their sex life? And Chinti, what do you think?
Sorry?
What do you think about today's conversation? Do you think
Oh.
that, yeah,
Hmm. So, in today's conversation, right? In fact, I'm very, very happy to have this conversation because I think that couples do not talk about sex enough,
enough?
right? They do not talk about yes, they do not talk about it enough, right?
Okay.
And yeah, because I think that this is a very, very sensitive topic, but it's also something that you guys should always talk about, right? Because I think that most people think that when you enter marriage, right, sex is just the, something that would be exciting. But sometimes, some of the times, it feels like a task to some people, right? Or sometimes one partner, is or wants to have sex and the other partner doesn't want to have sex. And it can create some form of, is it that you don't want me again? Is it that you don't want, but the other person is tired, right? Or the other person just doesn't feel like, they are in the mood, right? So I think that most of the times, I think that we need to talk about it, right? Some of the times, it might even mean planning sex, right? You can plan it, you can know, okay, when is the right time, when can we take vacations? Yeah, so I think that couples should talk about sex a lot, because I think intimacy and sex is one of the most important things in marriage, right? And for couples. So we should talk about it a lot. We should create time to have those conversations for it.
So I think that when we say should couples partners discuss sex, I want to believe that what we mean is they should discuss how sex is between both of them. Because I think
Yes.
anybody can have that conversation regarding sex, But having sex, as in how it is between them, how good, how bad, how exciting, how nice, that's the conversation I think they don't have. It's okay. I think usually couples will discuss sex, oh, this, that. But sex between both of them is what we're talking about. Precious, do you agree?
Yes, I agree. So the reason why they need to talk about it between themselves openly and honestly is because you need feedback. As
Yeah.
individuals, you need feedback. You need to also know when. So there are sometimes that in a long-term relationship, sex can become routine. And
Okay.
so once it gets into that place where it has become routine, you need feedback. You need to talk about what is going on that has not made it feel like, and it's every Tuesday we usually have sex. So there's no excitement, there is no preparation, there's no anticipation. All of those things that made it exciting at the beginning. Sometimes as life happens, it can wane, it can, reduce. So
Okay.
talking about it like, oh, yesterday was amazing. Ah, babe, there was this thing you did. I loved it. Next time, can you do it again? Or, ah, babe, what happened? Now you were not so responsive. Like, is it that you were tired? Did you have a bad day? Like, so those kind of conversations are really, really important because sometimes if you have sex, sometimes, okay, for instance, the man in the relationship might have a very big day at work, like something really, really